This has to be the weirdest thing I've ever seen in relation to the X-Men. And I had to explain the entire Summers family tree, okay? I was not expecting this at all, and yet here we are. Hello, friends. So what has happened? Well, I have some X-Men news for you. Some very unexpected X-Men 97 news. We are about to do the premiere tomorrow. I'm filming this at almost midnight. It's 11:59 p.m. It will be the day of the premiere for X-Men Animated 97. And Beau DeMayo, who is basically the lead writer and basically the head creative on this project, has apparently been let go. Hollywood Reporter reported that he was let go basically last week. So Beau DeMayo is basically the creator for the X-Men 97. The new series is going to be continuing the original 90s Fox X-Men series that we all loved and that many of us grew up with. But apparently he was let go last week. They turned off his company email, so kind of suddenly let go. And he was literally in the midst of doing talks about what to do in season 3, and he'd finished writing, I believe, season 2. So that had been done, and then he just got let go, which sounds super unexpected. He then also deactivated his Instagram. So that's gone, and no one has had any comments on this yet. So the Hollywood Reporter is reporting on it, but neither Marvel nor DeMayo has said anything official. What we do have from DeMayo, potentially, Bleeding Cool reported on this, and I don't know if this is legit, but Beau DeMayo apparently has a Twitter account, but it was just started March 2024. So of course I'm skeptical because someone could have read this news and then created an account and it might not actually be him, especially after he deactivated his Instagram. It seems a little weird to just jump ship over to Twitter or X. But if this is him, he has an account. It says Beau DeMayo, Beau_DeMayo, writer, co-producer, supervising producer, actor, producer, executive producer, songs and screenplay, writer, Los Angeles. And his pinned comment says, "Speech is silver, silence is golden," which is from 5 hours ago, which would be, I think, after this news broke, because I think it was longer ago than that at the time of this recording. And just a bunch of retweets about him basically being let go is what we have here. Pretty weird stuff, friends. So this is kind of all we know. And I mean, if this is him, this pinned tweet is kind of cryptic. Speech is silver, silence is golden. So I'm wondering if it might have to do with Disney kind of having a gold color to it and them being silent on all of this, or perhaps, you know, saying that like the people that are reporting are not as valuable as the things that aren't being said, like they're silver, so they're less valuable than the silence, which is more valuable because it's golden. I don't know. I can't begin to even understand what's happening because this is not normal. So here's the thing. If this is actually Beau DeMayo on Twitter, I'd be a little surprised because he did deactivate his Twitter apparently back in, I think it was May of 2023. And he deactivated it because he was accused of whitewashing because of the casting of Sunspot in X-Men 97. He casted Guy Agostini, also my apologies if I said that wrong, who is from Brazil, but is, you know, not dark-skinned like Sunspot is. So he was dealing with backlash from that. Apparently he deactivated his Twitter. So, I mean, this could be him returning. I don't know why he'd have an underscore in the middle of his name. So I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what his Twitter handle was before. So I'm not sure. But it could be him just coming back, or it could be someone pretending to be him. So you might get writers that would be let go, you know, even before a show comes out or after a show comes out for sure. You might have people that are replaced, and then those writers will still be on the red carpet, the ones that are replaced, and they might be next to other writers that like literally took their spot, but they're usually still at the premiere. And so the weird thing about this is that it's reported that he's not going to be at the premiere, that he's not going to be doing any interviews or doing any press to promote the show, and the fact that he deleted his Instagram when he was apparently super active on Instagram. I wasn't following him, but that's what people are saying. And this is so strange. Some people are asking if it has to do with quality. I don't think it has to do with quality, because if it did have to do with quality, he'd probably be let go after the release of the show. They would basically use him as a scapegoat to say, yeah, this wasn't good, but don't worry, we fired the person that was responsible for it, regardless of whether or not, you know, maybe it was his fault or not. So it doesn't seem like it would be related to, you know, quality control of the show. Some other people are saying it's because he had an OnlyFans, which he did, but that was also stated before like any of this happened. It was non-explicit. I think it may have been free, and people were already talking about that before. Like Beau DeMayo was, I feel like, being celebrated everywhere for being this like just like gay, sexy writer who's head in X-Men, and people were like hyped about it, like kind of a big deal. And he's also talked about like sort of his experience growing up and kind of having like being adopted by white parents and having like, you know, a sister who is, I believe, from like South Korea, and this whole idea of like X-Men really embodying a lot of his experiences and just really speaking to him as a kid growing up watching it. I've also seen some rumors that apparently he spread rumors. I don't want to spread rumors, but I did look this up, and apparently what happened was Beau DeMayo was, I think, at a panel discussing X-Men 97 or in an interview, and he was talking about his casting and sort of what he was looking for when he was putting his team together. And he talked about how it was really important to him that everyone was a fan, and he was a fan, and he wanted to make sure everyone else was a fan, and he just thinks that you need to respect the material before you can add to the legacy. That was very important. And he said he'd worked on other shows, and he named The Witcher and said that other shows, you know, like The Witcher, that wasn't the case. And there were some writers who were not fans of the games or books and even sometimes mocked them, and that was not good. And he didn't think it was good for morale. So he said that. I wouldn't say that's really spreading a rumor. I'd say that's calling people out. However, you know, I guess it's a rumor if it's not true. The Witcher team, some of them did respond, and some of them responded they were kind of pissed, to put it bluntly. Some people just said, you know, I really love my job and I think it's great, and like I do like The Witcher. And then some people were basically calling Beau out, saying that Beau was actually let go because he was an a-hole, as opposed to him, you know, being frustrated with, like, that's why he was actually let go. He was let go because he was an a-hole, and really that's what it's about. And now he's trying to lecture them on what they like. And the person said that, you know, they played the games before they read the books. They played the games, they read the books, they got the job, and it's a dream job for them. I don't know what to believe. I will also say that the showrunner of The Witcher, Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich, did respond to Beau DeMayo's claims and kind of had something nice to say about him, but then also kind of like, I feel like passively aggressively, whether this was intentional or not, like snubbed him, where she basically said like she enjoyed working with Beau and that, you know, he did great work, and even though like some of the stuff that he did was controversial, she still had a good time, and she still stood by his choices that he made in some of the most controversial episodes, like the one where Eskel is killed, which obviously a lot of people did not like, and it was like the most disliked episode, I would say, of the season. So she kind of was like, yeah, he wrote these episodes that were, you know, controversial and everyone didn't like them anyways, but he was great. Very interesting. Very interesting. So that's that drama, or at least some of that drama unpacked. If there's more to it, and feel free to let me know, but that's what I found on it. I've also heard that he can apparently be very difficult to work with, but once again, I have seen nothing to back this up. To me, it seems like this is probably a super personal issue, because otherwise I feel like we'd have more information and it wouldn't be happening before the show. So either where I think Disney had an issue with him, or he had an issue with Disney, or some combination of the two. There are some theories, and I think this is maybe one of the most promising ones that I've heard so far, that he got canned because they didn't want him to speak. And so he's not going to be at the premiere, and he's not going to be doing interviews and at media because Disney doesn't want him to talk about something. I don't know what that thing is. I have no idea. But that's just a theory. An X-Men 97 theory. You know, I don't know even what to say here. This is so bizarre. I can't wait to see what happens at the premiere. Part of me also thought, is this a PR stunt? But then I just quickly dismissed that because if this is a PR stunt, this is the weirdest PR stunt I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't think it's going to go well. So I hope that's not the case because it would be freaking bizarre. It wouldn't make any sense. None of this really makes sense to me right now. I just don't have enough information to understand why this is happening. Why is this happening? I'm very curious to see if we get more information and if DeMayo or Disney says something. I feel like Disney's at least got to put a statement out at some point. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that. I don't know. I will keep my eyes on it, and if I hear anything, I will let you know. But I just want to share this news with you because it is so strange. Why is it happening? That's all I got. I got nothing else. Let me know what you think about this. All right, this show is coming out. The show is coming out in literally like a week. Like we have a week. What is happening? Okay, friends, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay nerdy. I'm just so shocked. Okay, bye.